Hey there, welcome to The Terrible Show. I'm Garrett and this is Dylan, and we really hope you like it. So Dylan, how was your 4th of July?
It was actually pretty decent. Now we're going to go through some of the top headlines of this week. Pope Francis met with 6 sex victims of abuse by Catholic clergy this week. Sorry, that music took off so much. And he said he humbly begs them for forgiveness, then spent the rest of the day doing tricks for them on a skateboard, securing his title as the coolest pope ever.
6 sex victims, that's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful, especially in the Catholic clergy.
Oh! Of dick?
Yeah.
Alright, let's frame it up closer. We changed camera positions, hopefully you can hear us better.
Political scientist Brendan Nyhan published an article in the New York Times this past Sunday saying that conservative politicians are delusional. And he mainly referenced that time John Boehner showed up for dinner crying over the death of his unicorn.
I love it. I was like coming up here, I was like, I should have prepared something. Really should have.
Where you should have.
Yep. Is this still running? Police dogs can now sniff out child porn. They've also been trained to sniff out every DVD ever. Does that make any sense?
I don't get that joke.
What scent are they attracted to? Child porn. Pervert jizz? I don't get it. Like, what, are they just walking by the house and they're like, someone's jerking off in there?
Pervert's jerking off in there.
Yeah. I don't get it. Dylan, you know what I heard?
What?
I heard that President Obama on his staff has a joke writer.
You kidding?
No. So, like, for big speeches, if he needs to say something funny, he has a joke writer. And I think that sounds like the greatest job ever.
Sounds like a wonderful job.
And I am going to start writing jokes for Obama, hoping to get that job eventually.
You have any?
I have one. By the way, how do you know when the president of Russia is feeling horny? Because he starts pooting out the vibe.
What do you call a black president? The current one.
So anyways, what kind of swim stroke does my dog Bo do when he's in this presidential swimming pool? The doggy paddle.
A wildlife organization rescued an elephant in India last week who had been being abused for 50 years. The rescuers said that the elephant even began to cry during his rescue. Unfortunately, his tears were so big, it ended up flooding the village, killing all inhabitants and himself.
You know, they say elephants never forget. I bet he'd like to forget those last 50 years. What does it sound like when elephants cry?
This week in celebrity news, many of them are dating someone. All right, guys, now we'd like to go to one of our favorite segments here on The Terrible Show called Revenge, where we look back in time to one of the times we were breaking up with one of our girlfriends, and we'd like to reply to something mean that they said to us. So this one comes from my ex-girlfriend Samantha, who said, "You have a really tiny penis." Well, you know what, Samantha? I think Garrett would agree with me. I have the standard 3 inches when flaccid and 3 inches while erect.
Holy shit, that's pretty big. A United States postal worker was caught on camera throwing numerous packages into a ravine. However, when officials retrieved the packages later, they saw that they had all been addressed to the bear in the woods.
On the Huffington Post blog, they posted an article asking the question, do we need diversity in offices? And a man from the 1950s was quoted as saying, no.
You need a black coworker. You need a Latin coworker. You need an Asian coworker.
And Indian coworker? Let's see if we can name all the races.
Croatian coworker.
Croatian.
A woman named Dorothy Hunter is going to eat dog and cat
food.
Oh.
Is that not in there?
Oh, food for month.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought she was going to eat dog and cat.
I was hoping.
What was your joke? Let's just go with it as if it were that.
That's a funny name for an Asian person. I'm ready to fucking wrap this thing up.
Yeah,
if
no,
you
that's
are.
fine. Yeah, dude.
I'm like worn out from the terribleness of this terrible
Yeah,
show.
me too.
Well, I hope you guys hated this episode as much as we did. We apologize if you watched the whole thing. Love you. See you next time.
Good tomorrow and have a pleasant night.